Eric Adams just walked away from one of the most powerful offices in America. And the reasons he gave, well, they sound neat, but maybe a little too neat. Because when you line up the timeline, the leaks, and the players circling this race, something doesn't add up. And what's waiting for him at the end of that trail might be bigger than New York politics. And it sure as hell won't be less corrupt. Eric Adams' sudden withdrawal from the mayor's race stunned just about everyone. His team pointed to media scrutiny, stalled fundraising, and bad polling. And those are standard campaign headwinds. They don't usually push a sitting mayor with national ambitions to bail overnight. And then there's who we're talking about. Adams' tenure has been marked by a steady drip of corruption probes. From federal investigations into illegal campaign donations tied to the Turkish government, to allegations that his administration pressured the NYPD to fast-track special favors for foreign officials. His inner circle has been raided by the FBI. His top fundraiser was indicted. And Adams himself has had his phone seized as part of an ongoing federal probe. This is not a guy known for walking away quietly. This is a guy who plays the power game hard and fights to keep it, which makes his exit, right as investigations heat up and the race tightens, even more curious. And that's the first red flag, because this race isn't just local. It's a national proxy fight, left versus center, establishment versus insurgent. The outcome could shift Democratic power well beyond New York. And that makes Adams' decision feel less like a retreat and more like a move. Look at the sequence. Polls tighten, fundraising dries up. Opponents close in. Then, in a single news cycle, Adams is out. His exit clears the way for centrist power brokers to rally around another candidate, likely Andrew Cuomo, to block a progressive surge. That's political calculus, not panic. Then there are the meetings. Earlier this month, Adams quietly traveled to Florida. Officially, it was personal. Unofficially, it's where he met with major Republican donors and figures tied to Trump's orbit. Now, none of that is illegal, but when people who benefit from your withdrawal start appearing on your calendar, it's worth paying attention. And then came the leaks. Not from Adams' team, from Washington. Whispers about what might come next for him. A new role, a prestigious one. Something that would explain why a man under federal investigation and down in the polls would suddenly step aside so cleanly. That's where the trail gets interesting. Those leaks point to something most voters weren't supposed to see yet. Multiple reports out of DC say Trump's team is eyeing Eric Adams for a diplomatic posting. Not just any posting, but a top-tier ambassadorship in Saudi Arabia. Now the pieces start to click. A plum foreign appointment in exchange for clearing the lane in a critical race. That's not surrender, that's strategy. Politico first floated it. Other outlets have quietly confirmed conversations. Adams has denied any formal offer, but his phrasing left wiggle room. And the timing, the Florida meetings, the leaks, then the withdrawal, fits together too neatly to ignore. If this holds, it's not just a story about one mayor. It's about power being moved through diplomatic appointments instead of ballots. We don't have the signed paperwork, not yet. But the pattern is there. The timing, the whispers, the incentive. This is exactly when scrutiny matters most. Before the ink dries, before the narrative calcifies. So journalists, watchdogs, investigators, follow the communications, FOIA everything. And for everyone else, don't let a press release be the final word. Because if ambassadorships are being dangled to shape elections, voters aren't the ones steering anymore.
My dad's a cancer survivor. Takes a lot of medications. And the only reason the costs have stayed manageable is because he's on my stepmother's employer insurance plan. She's even put off retiring because the moment they switched to Medicare, the cost could skyrocket. That's why we turned to Chapter. In under 20 minutes, they compared every single plan and showed us a path where my dad's drug costs could drop by thousands of dollars a month. It gave my stepmom the peace of mind to finally think about retiring without worrying that they'd lose the coverage he needs. The truth is, millions of seniors are on the wrong Medicare plan and don't even know it. Chapter makes it simple. They'll search every option, save people an average of $1,100 a year. And if you're already in the right plan, they'll tell you. It's free, it's fast, and for families like mine, it's a game changer. Call the number below to see if Chapter can do the same for you. That's 845-440-1568. Again, 845-440-1568.